All right, mic check 1 2. Welcome to another video. I think I'm gonna try to close out this part of the LPIC. I'm just making good progress on that.
A
So
window name, which is
um, I'm gonna finish that up. Okay, so if I click here, I go to where I was left off. Yep, so that was the guided exercises. So the first guided exercise is to indicate if the following statements slash features correspond to GNU Screen, TMUX, or both. All right, so the first one, and let's actually like fill this out. So we'll use like something like Microsoft Paint, the world's greatest program that ever existed. There's really no reason to ever use anything else for any reason. Okay, so yeah, we just maximize Paint and only work out of MS Paint, which I wish we could do 100% of the time, but unfortunately we can't. All right, so the default command, so that's true for here. So we'll put an X there. So I don't know if we can drop a shape. So we'll put an X here. There we go. And then or like a check. I guess a check would be better. We'll do a check next time. Client server model. Oh yeah, let's do like a check and then an X. So like this is an X, and then we'll erase this. All right, and then we'll put a check mark here. All right, so then the client server model. This one has a check mark, but this one has an X. All right, then panes are pseudo terminals, so that's the case for TMUX. There you go, but it's not the case for GNU Screen. In fact, they don't even call them panes. Killing a region does not kill its associated window. That is the case for GNU Screen as far as I know. I'm not sure about this one for TMUX. I guess I want to say it's the same. If it's not the same, um, that would be kind of a reason not to use TMUX. So just gonna say that that is the same. So sessions include windows. That's the same for both of them. And then sessions can be detached. That's also the same for both of them as far as I understood from the reading. All right, so now let's see what the answer actually is. All right, so it looks like they're gonna go with what I originally thought to do, which was to have X's be used. Oops, did I? Okay, no, I'm good. So let's look at. So they're doing it where there'll be a check mark here, and then this will be an X in mine. So let's see how that aligns. Yep, so I was correct here. That's the freebie. Correct here as well. That's kind of a freebie as well. That's kind of one of the main features of TMUX. This one as well. The since it's a client server model, you get this extra feature. All right, so this one I actually got this one wrong, which is kind of unfortunate because killing a region. Now here's where we're talking about regions. That's kind of more of a screen term anyway, so that could have been a clue there. But I'm actually surprised by that one because um, I kind of would think that's not necessarily the behavior you'd want. So I would think that that's kind of almost a check against screen, and we can actually see that screen has everything. So there's a trade off here. Um, Now, these aren't necessarily pros and cons. I mean, this is just the command prefix, so we can't really use this to judge which one's better. All right, but let's see if I'm correct for the next one. So the next one is sessions include windows. Yep, I got that right. That's true for both screen and tbox. And then the one after that, sessions can be detached. And I got that one right as well. That is also true for both screen and tbox. All right, so the next guided exercise is number 2. It's to install GNU Screen on your computer, package name screen, and complete the following tasks. All right, so I've already got it installed on my home lab, so let's do it there. Could also do it on, I think I could probably do it on my local computer if I did bash like that. And that is screen. Nope, so looks like there's something in WASL where it's like not going as planned. On my home lab, it's just a pure, it's not a virtualized instance of Ubuntu. It's a direct on the box instance of Ubuntu server. So let's do screen. So we're going to start the program. So the command I use is just screen. And then I have to hit enter to get out of this manual. All right, so now let's start top. There we go. That's an easy one. And then using screen's key prefix, we're going to open a new window, and then open, and then in that new open window, we will run a command. So let's remember what the so we'll do a Control A. There we go. So if we do a Control A and then we do a Shift / for the question mark, now we can get the screen key bindings. It looks like there are multiple pages. So we can see the first page, hit space, see the second page, then space will exit out. There's no way to go back to the other page, but we can just run the command again. So we're looking for a command that will open a new window. So let's see here. Okay, so we've got a window command there. So we could try Control A window. We've also got a let's see here. Well, that's the most interesting command I can see. All right, so let's try that. We're going to do Control A W, and now we've got a window. So what about Control A C? Okay, so now if we do a Control A W, okay, so this was how you created a new window. So we can see we have 2 windows here now. If we go back to that help menu, let's see if we could have figured that out. So we do have a C here. It's an uppercase. So this is interesting. The lowercase here, we've actually got it says to screen. I'm not sure what screen means in this context. I guess it means basically like, you know, because we created this window by issuing the command screen. So maybe that's what it means, is run the command screen, and doing that will create a new window as we see here. So now what we're going to do is open that file using vi. Now this is the system-wide file for the screen configuration settings. That's fine. We're just going to take a look at it. If we were to modify it, we can see it even tells us right here. This is the system-wide screen RC. You can use this file to change the default behavior system-wide for every user, or, and you might want to consider this, you can copy it to your local user drive and use it as a starting point for your own settings. But it does not go on to say that before you do that, make sure to back it up so you can revert your changes. So before you do that, make sure you can back it up before you should probably even go and back up that system-wide file, just in case. I'm kind of wonder why. I mean, I feel like to have every file backed up all the time, it's like you're just doubling the amount of disk space that's hogged up by these files. So it's like, if you're not going to actually edit it, you don't need to back it up. Alright, so now we're going to list the windows at the bottom of the screen. So we can do that with Control-A-W. There we go, we see them. Now we're going to change the name of the current window to Vi. Okay, so let's do a Control-A question mark again. Okay. Is there something like change like name or title, something like that? Displays maybe? Now what does the double quotes show up on here as? I'm pretty sure you can use this colon here. I don't see the double quotes. Oh, here we go. So this is the window list. So it's probably all here. I'm just not seeing it. Let's try Control-A, and then let's just look at that Windows list. Okay, so maybe there's a way to do it from here. I don't think there is. I guess I want to try Control-A-T. Nope. Do Control-A-W again. How about Control-A-N for name? Nope. So Control-A, just, I remember what that does. That brings us to the next one. That's the previous one. So let's look at that. Let's find those in the help menu. So N and P, it should be in there. Okay, so here's P, previous. So next should be there. There we go. So is there something that looks like it would be maybe displays? Let's try that. Okay, so that's that. I don't think that's it. It just shows, yeah. I've got to change my posture here. Alright, so this is kind of a tricky one. I think what we might be able to do is get some more information. So if we look at the Control-W, we can see the name is not that. I think we can do a Control-A colon. Yeah, and then we can do a command here. We can say maybe a help. Let's try help. Okay, so this brings us to that. So we can, if we do the colon, then we can just type out the name of these commands. So I don't think that's necessary. Mic check 1 2 looks okay. I think this is it, the title. So we're going to change the title of this current window. So it'll be Control-A and then capital A. Okay, yeah, so here we go. This is the current title. It's bash, so we'll delete the current title, and we'll change the title to Vi. There we go. So now if I do Control-A-W, we can see the title of the window is changed to Vi. All right, so the next one. Change the name of the remaining window to to top. Okay. To do that, first display a list of all windows so that you can move up and down and select the right one. So that's my favorite. Control A and then a double quote. Never forget that because it's a great way of doing that. So I'm going to open my bash window. Now I'm going to remember what I did before, which is Control A and then capital T. Oh, sorry, lowercase t, right? No. Oh, I see. Control A and then capital A. Yeah, okay. So I don't know what that capital A stands for, but that's how you change a Windows title. So we're going to call it top. All right. So now check that all names have changed by having the Windows names displayed at the bottom of the screen again. Oops. There we go. The names have changed. Now detach the session. So remember what a session is. It's different than a window. Sessions contain windows. And have screen create a new one named SSH. All right, so we're going to detach it. We remember how we do that. So we do Control A, and then we do D. So now we have that session detached. Inside that session, there are two windows. So now let's create a new session. It will only have window in it, and when this session is created, we will assign it a custom name. We can look at the current session we have. No, we can't because we have to do dash a list. There we go. We can look at the current session we have, and we can see that it was assigned a name by default. So we'll give this new one a custom name. We'll do screen -- help to remember how to do that. So I think it's yes, it's capital S. So it'll be screen -capital S, and then we'll call it SSH. There we go. So now we're going to detach from SSH, and then we're going to have, so let's do that. Control A, D, that's the easy one. We just did that. And then we're going to have a screen display, a list of all the sessions. So one step ahead of them on that. Did that before, so I'm doing it again. And we can see I gave the most recent screen, or the most recent socket or session, as we can see from this timestamp here. I gave that a custom name. All right, so now we're going to attach to the first session using its process ID. So we'll do attach, we'll do screen -R to attach. Let's do a -- help to try to look at the help for -R, see if we're on the right track. So the help for -R says reattach to a detached screen process. That looks perfect. All right, so screen -list, then screen -R. We're going to reattach to a detached process. Our first one is 6153 in this case. And there we go. We're back to the screen, the window displaying top. So you should be back at the window displaying top. We are. Split the window horizontally and move to the new empty region. So when we split the window horizontally, that means we put the separator here horizontally through the screen. So it's easy to remember which is which in screen, because to split it vertically, you just use the pipe key, which looks like the line you would use to split it. And then I can remember that the other split key was the $sign, if I remember. But you know what? Let's just say I don't remember. We'll do a Control A. We'll do a question mark. And now let's look for that pipe key as I remembered it. All right, so I don't see the pipe key. Maybe it's on the other page. Oops. Okay, so I do see it. It's on the other page. So we're looking for so this stands for split. So let's see if we can have another split command. So anything that starts with an S, split. Here we go. So here's a split for S. So we can do a control A and then a capital S. I'm pretty sure the percent sign was it. So let's see if the percent sign is called out anywhere. All right, I don't see it. So maybe I was incorrect. That might have been for tmux or something. So let's try it with a capital S. I mean, that seems to be the right one according to the help. And there we go. Yeah, I was wrong. So, yep, always check that help menu. The more used to using the help you can get, the better you'll be in the real world. It's just, at some point, especially if you're like me and you're not really, you're either approaching at or well over middle age, just memorizing things isn't a great strategy. And even when you're younger, like, you're going to have the capacity to remember a lot more, but, imagine that capacity multiplied by being able to use tools effectively. So getting used to reading help menus will help you at any age. If you're young, a brand new thing that just came out, you'll pick it up in a minute. If you're, middle-aged, then you can, you don't have to memorize. Middle-aged or above, then you don't have to memorize as much stuff, and that's a plus, I believe. All right, so you should be back at the window displaying top. Okay, and now the next part of this is to move to the empty region. So to that, we can do Control A and then Tab. So now our cursor's in the empty region. Now we can have a screen list all windows, and we will select the Vi window to be displayed in the empty region. So to list all windows, Control A, W. All right, and now it's saying to select Vi, so I'm not sure how they want that to happen. So I think one thing we could do is do Control A, again, Control A W, and we can see Vi has this identifier. So let's try Control A1 and see if that's a new way to select the window. So Control A1, and there we go. We see we're in the Vi window. So you don't have to use that arrow key menu. It's convenient, but it's not the only way. All right, so now split the current region vertically. So we're going to put the line vertical. Move into the newly created. Okay, so let's just take it one step at a time. We're going to split it vertically. So Control A, and then the pipe key. So Shift to get the pipe key. There we go. And now let's go to the next step, which is to move to the newly created empty region. So Control A, Tab. And the step after that is to associate it with a brand new window. So remember how to make new windows? No, we don't. So let's do Control A, and then there we get the help. So we're gonna have quite a few pages of help now. So see the next page. So I believe it's C. Yeah, because this is running the screen command. What the screen command does is start a screen process and then open a window. So I'm not sure if it'll create a new socket doing this, but I'm pretty sure it will open a new window. So let's try it with C. Okay, so here we go in our window that we can see with the double dash. Or in our region, we can see with the double dash has no window. So let's, instead of pulling up the other windows, let's create a brand new one. So first we're going to look at the windows we've got. There we go. We can see them. Don't want one of those. We want a new one. So now we're going to do that with Control A, C, and now we've got a new window named Bash. If we do a Control A, W again, now we have 3 windows instead of 2. All right, so now we're going to terminate all regions except the current one. Remember, although you kill the regions, the windows are still active, and that's not the case with Tmux, but it is the case with screen. So I don't remember how to do that. Let's look at the help. So it looks like we have this kill here. That might be interesting. We also have a quit. We have a remove. That's interesting as well. Yeah, a lot of interesting options. I do need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. So let's close out this. It looks like it's just going to be for screen, and then there's going to be one for Tmux. So I'll put them in separate videos. So yeah, let's finish it out. So let's see here. This is screen. Yep. So yep, we did that. We did that. So now we're gonna move into the newly created there. And we're gonna associate it with a new window. Oh, and we did that. Yep, we did that already. So oh, okay, here we go. So now we're gonna terminate all regions except the current one. Okay. So all regions except the current one. Let's see here. I want to see that again. So I guess we could do so detach wouldn't do it. We could try the kill maybe. Feel like that's more for something else. What I want to try is quit maybe. Yeah, the help menu is not too good for this. Yeah, this is tough. Maybe remove. Let's try that. So we're gonna try Control A, capital X. Okay, so for that it's just to remove that one, but it's not for all windows, for all regions except that one. So that wasn't quite it. So let's recreate that window, or sorry, that region. Got to be careful to use the right terminology, otherwise you have no hope of understanding what's going on. Alright, and then we'll pull up the window. So we'll do a Control A W to look at the windows. Okay, and then we'll do Control A2 to pull up the window that was on there before. So that wasn't it. We tried X, but what we want to do is remove everything but this. So let's try the equal sign. Maybe that's it. Oh, nope, not quite. Let's try it one more time. No, so it looks like we get something's not removed, so that's definitely not it. X is definitely close. Doesn't quite mark the spot, but we're on the right path. So can I get a lowercase x? Does that do something? So it looks like a lowercase x would lock the screen. But I guess that's if I do a Control A, Control X and then X. What if I just do a Control A and then an X? Let me try that. Okay, so what happens is, yes, I lock the screen session. So kind of like when you don't want people to change the backdrop of your computer, the desktop screen, to David Hasselhoff wearing very scantily revealing underwear. You wouldn't want people to just access your screen sessions either when you walk away, so you can lock them and require a password for getting back in. But this is kind of funny because it was a way to kind of not intended way to close all my regions, but that I don't think that's the way. And then the region I had open didn't persist, so that's definitely not the way to do it. That's a tricky one. Let's just read all about the right answer for that one. Okay, so it would be a Control A and then a Q exit to exit bash. Then it would be a Shift colon and then we type quit and enter. Oh, you know what? It's so I misinterpreted this question. Let's set it up one more time. So we're gonna split the screen vertically. Okay, and then we'll move the cursor and we'll split it horizontally. Okay, and then we'll pull up the screen that we want. So let's see the windows that we want. So we'll pull up window 1 in this one. Okay, and then we'll do a Control A tab again. We'll pull up Windows 0 in this one. Okay, and then let's move over again. And we'll pull up Window 2 in this one. Okay, so everything looks good to go now. Just about how it was. We had a menu open here, but it was just the help menu. So I think this is exactly how it looked before. So now what it's asking to do is to terminate all regions except for the current one. So we don't have to do that in one command. As we saw in the answer, we can do it by any means possible. So we do have this remove. So what we can do is do a Control A tab, go to every region we want to remove, and remove them one by one. So let's start with the first region. So Control A tab. So that'll be the region here. So we'll do Control A and then a capital X. All right, so that region's gone. Control A tab again. Now it looks like we're in this region. We were in this region before, so we have to go back to it. So to go backwards, it's Control A P. I was wrong about that. So that's how you go backwards between windows. Now remember, we're trying to close all regions except for the region that we are in. A session is something that contains regions and windows. A region contains windows, and the windows are basically the windows are the single unit. So windows contain themselves basically. So let's move back up to this. So we're not going to move between windows. We can see all our windows here with Control A W. We're going to move between regions, and we can see the regions here separated by this. So to do that, we're going to do Control A tab. There we go. And now we're up in this region. I don't see the cursor, but I don't see it down here either. So we're going to do a Control A capital X. And now we removed all regions except for this region here, which had window number 3. So let's verify that all our windows are still there. There we go, they are. And we see this asterisk. So the third window with a window identifier of 2, since it starts at 0, is now the window we are on. Okay, so then what we need to do is quit out of all the windows of the current session until the session itself is terminated. So this is another thing that probably has a few creative solutions. Let's take a look at the help menu again. So it looks like there's a number of ways to do this. You can do a quit with the backslash. Now, I'm not sure what this is referring to. It could refer to quitting the window. I'm not going to play around with that right now. I kind of want to get through this. So that looks like a decent option. What else we got here? So, yeah, that's one thing. Another thing you can do always in screen is Control A, colon, and then now you can type in full commands there. So there might be something there that you could do. But the way I'm going to try to do it is to just type exit and see what happens. So before I type that, we've got 3 windows, Control A, W. And after I type it, Control A, W, now we only have 2. So that's a really easy way that you can get out of the windows. Just close the sessions, and then by closing the bash session, killing the bash process ID that you have up in there, it will also close the window. All right, so let's see how many windows we have active right now. All right, just one more, so let's close it out. All right, and now we're completely out of screen. We can see that screen has terminated. If we do jobs, we might be able to catch it. Nope, too late. Okay, so quit all the windows. There we go. So next, we're going to finally have screen list its sessions one more time. So let's do that. So screen dash list, and then kill the remaining session by process ID and check that there are actually no sessions left. All right, so we'll do screen dash help, and let's see if there's a something in the help for killing a session. So we do have this dash X, and we can execute a command as if we were typing from the command line. So we saw we did this exit. So let's try that for that. So we're going to do screen dash list. Then we're going to do screen dash R 8208 dash X, and then exit. All right, and now let's see if that went away. Nope, that did not work. So let's do another help on that. And yep, so I used a uppercase X, so that was right. So let's try it with quit instead of exit. I'm kind of surprised exit didn't work because we were able to use exit. If I were to start a new screen like this, now we can do screen dash list, or just screen ls, or sorry, screen dash list. Yeah, there you go. And now we can see with this we have another session. So if I do exit instead of quit, and I do a screen dash list, we can see that was a command in that context to terminate a session. But when we do it in this way, I guess it's not. So let's try it with quit. Okay, so quit. Oh, well, I said quite. Not quite. Let me try it again. Okay. There we go. No sockets found. So you have to use a quit instead of exit. I'm not sure why, but it's not that hard to remember. So there we go. So the next one is to go through tmux. So this is the third. Yeah, what was the first one? Oh yeah, the first one was this table. I kind of want to just get through this. I feel like it's not going to be that hard. And then we've got all the explorational exercises. What am I at? Yeah, I'm a little early. Okay, so install tmux on your computer and then complete the following tasks. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to just plow through this. So this is easy. This is the freebie. You just type tmux. There we go. We can see we got a persistent bar at the bottom, which I do like, but we lose all our coloration, which I do not like. All right, so now we're gonna start top, and then we're gonna note that it changed down here to top. Then we're going to use tmux's key prefix, which we know is Control B instead of Control A. So let's do that, and then we're gonna open a new window, which hopefully is W. Not quite. Oh, I don't think I closed my tmux things that I was doing before. Tmux, I'm not as big of a fan. It's just now you have to use tmux if you want that like server client mode. Like we saw that tmux had features that Screen did not. Tmux uses a client server module, and in tmux, panes are all pseudo terminals. So you have to use tmux if you want those features. So it's probably a good idea to get used to using tmux because it has most or all of the features of Screen anyway. But I'm a fan of Screen, and I'm not as much of a fan of tmux. All right, so we start at top. Yep. So then we use this. So we want to use a new window. Let's do Control B and then the question mark. There we go. Now we get to the help menu, which will be good. So what we want is we want to open a new window. Okay, so here's new window. So it looks like we would use N. Let's try that. So Control B, N. Oh, so that's how you would switch to the next window. Don't think that's how you would create a window. Okay, so I just kind of tried it on my own, and I just used C, and C happened to be the command to, not B. C was the command to open that. So let's see if we can find it here. So it's missing. All right, well, here's a lot of letters. Oh, yeah, so here we go. So this is the bind key, and then we can specify the session, I think. I'm not sure. And then C is to create a new window. So that looks good. I'm going to hit escape to get out of this menu. And now using, so we did that. So now we're going to create the user configuration file using nano. Okay, so next we're going to split the window vertically. So we'll do a Control B question mark on that, and we'll look for something about splitting the window, because this one was very unintuitive about what it actually was, so I don't remember that. Okay, so here we can do split window. So we can see we have a double quote, and then here's to do it horizontally with the dash H. So we want to do it vertically, so we'll use the double quote. Okay, so we'll do that right now. Control B, double quote. So that's to split it horizontally. So that wasn't quite it. We wanted to split it vertically. So now I need to unsplit it. Okay, so yep, I split the window. So how do I? Oh, this might be it. Yeah, let's try that with the. So we're gonna do Control B, exclamation point. Okay, well that got rid of the other one. So let's do Control B and then percent sign. There we go. So that's how you split it vertically, even though it said dash H, I believe, which was really weird. Okay. So now we're gonna reduce the size of the newly created pane a few times. Control B question mark. Hopefully we'll see something about size. Now it was all kind of organized near each other. Yeah, so like around here it was all organized. Maybe there's something like zoom. Okay, resize pane. There you go. So we would do, yep, we would do like a Z. So let's try that. Now remember, these are called panes because they're a giant pane. Well, in this case, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't know how to use anything, it's going to be a pain. But you can see in this case, I did not do what I thought it would do. Oh, okay. So this, okay, I remember this now. This is the zoom. So okay. So now I'm in this pane. So yeah. So when you zoom a pane, then you just do that one. Then you can go back to the screen you were before. So zoom is actually like a good one that I like. But what we want to do is resize. Here we go. So we do the it looks like a capital M, and then we do an arrow key. I'm not sure what happened here. It just stopped the menu. But let's go to the other one. So Control B and then the arrow key over, and then Control B, capital M, and the arrow key to the left, and then okay. Okay, I guess I'm not sure how to do this one. I thought I had it. Let's look at the answer for this one. I just don't want to get stuck on anything for too long. Okay, so we split it. Okay, so this is actually kind of what I tried to do. So I was trying to do a key before that, but I did Control B. That's the freebie, and then I tried doing Shift M or lowercase m, but the answer is Control and then the direction you want to resize, and you can only make that resize once. If you want to do it again, then you have to hit Control B again. So they want to do it like 5 times. Let's do it 5 times. So we did it twice. Now we try doing it a 5th time. Or try doing a 3rd time. Now I tried doing it a 4th time, but we can see that unless the window is split, so that there's windows are on top and not side to side, you cannot adjust the window up or down, only side to side. So now Control one more time, and then let's send it back the other way once. Alright, so pretty satisfied with that. Move on to the next one. Now change the name of the current window to text editing, then have tmux display a list with all its sessions. Alright, so we're going to use the help for this. I'm going to change the name of the window. Now, we're changing the name of the window, right? Or are we changing the name of the pane? Or of the session? The socket? I don't know. Alright, so this looks like the window stuff. So maybe something like rename. Nope, don't see anything. Alright, so I don't see anything for renaming. Display pane, select pane, new window. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm ready to look at the answer. As I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this, especially when I can just use screen. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to really nail down tmux instead of screen, but I mean, we could ask the AI. That might be interesting. But here's the answer. What we do is Control B and then the comma. Now we can change the name to text editing. Alright, and now we can do Control B and S. Now, did I do a capital S maybe? Let's do Control B S again. Okay. Is this the correct thing? I'm not sure. Let me try the tmux ls. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I don't think this was correct here. Let's try it one more time. Control B and then S. Okay, there we go. It takes us to a new thing. Okay, I remember that. Alright, so back up to the next question. So now we're going to move the window running top. And and back to the current one using the same key combination. So I guess since there's only two, I can take the easy way out and do Control B N. Yep, and then Control B N again. Oh, and I guess that's my answer. Let's see what the real answer is. Hey, they did the same thing that I did. You can do Control BN or to go the other way. So hey, I got it right. I'm brilliant. I'm an A student. Okay, so then the next one is to detach from the current session and create a new session whose name is SSH and its window name is SSH window. Okay, so I need to look that up. Control B. See if there's anything about detaching. Maybe I can do a search. Nope, I can't. Nope, can't do that. Okay, here we go. So we can do the D, just like in screen. Control B and D. There we go. And now we're detached from session 3. So now we're going to create a new session. So we'll do tmux -- help. Okay, so we can do the -L, it looks like. Tmux --uppercase L to SSH. Alright, and now the Windows name is bash. So we want to change the name to SSH space window. So I think it was Control B and then a comma. Was I right about that? Oh yeah. Sometimes my memory still works despite what I mentioned earlier. So we're gonna name it now SSH window. There we go. And the next question: detach also from the SSH session and have tmux display the list of sessions again. All right. So Control A. It's not Control A. We're not in screen. So Control B D because we're in tmux. And now we need to have it display it. So I guess if I do a man tmux, now we can figure out how to just display all the sessions. Now here's the key bindings once we're inside of it. But we just want to display everything. What if I try like a tmux ls? Oh, then it works. Okay, perfect. So yeah, there we go. Let's look at the real answer for this one because I just kind of tried something and it works. Yeah. So we could also have used control. Oh no, this is Control B D to detach, which we did, and then the command was tmux ls. All right, so note, from this point on, the exercise requires that you use a remote machine for SSH connections to your local host. A virtual machine is perfectly valid and can prove really practical. Make sure you have OpenSSH server installed and running on your local machine, and that at least SSH OpenSSH-client is installed on the remote machine. So I guess we could do this in my lab to make it clearer. I mean, the other thing we could do is just SSH into the home address. That might be a pretty easy way of doing it. I just want to try that for now. I want to make it easy on myself. Okay, so we started a remote connection via SSH. So let's check that it's been established. We're going to do netstat pipe grep
colon 22. We'll do dash NAO, I think. There we go. So now we do have a established connection. We can see from we have matches here. We have it from my my local laptop to the home lab. But here's the connection here. So we've got the SSH port attached to the ephemeral port, and then the other side of the connection, the ephemeral port attached to the SSH port. So that looks good. We've got a full connection there. So now we're going to check for any previously running tmux sections by doing tmux ls, and we see we got 3 of them. All right, so now on the remote host that we're logged into right now, we just logged into ourselves through SSH. We're going to attach to the session by name. You know what? This isn't going to work because I'm not sure if we did in fact have separate devices that the output of tmux space ls would be the same. So let's do it in a way that really satisfies the criteria they want satisfied here. And hopefully I can get over this, get through this pretty quick. I have a feeling I cannot, but that's a bad feeling. And you know what? We can even do this across distributions. So this is a perfectly valid way to do it. And I can even connect to my home lab from one of these as long as it's on my local area network. I forget what the password is for this. This one is osboxes.org. Okay, I want to get through this as fast as I can, so let's see if I can just use if I can just make this easy on myself. So we need the terminal. I'm surprised the terminal isn't right there ready to go. Yeah, that's annoying that the terminal is not right there ready to go. Oh, here we go. Here's the console. Okay, so now let's try tmux. Okay, so we don't have tmux on this. Let's use something that has tmux. Let's do this. Let's stop this. And then we'll use my trusty lab that I have for my other series that I'm doing. That's set up and pretty much ready to go. So for my Automate Your Network series, we'll pull up the lab here. We're not going to start all the devices. We'll just start the automation server. Alright, and then from the automation server, we should be able to SSH to the lab server. And now we're doing a Linux machine to a Linux machine. One of them is virtualized, the other one's not, but I think that's going to be better than doing it from Windows subsystem for Linux. I think it'll handle tmux better to have that occur on a fully virtualized Linux machine instead of a Linux machine that is virtualized using the Windows subsystem. All right. I got nothing. It's not coming up. I'm going to give it a minute. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back in business. So we got the console. Yep. Everything's all saved, ready to go. Wonderful, seamless experience. So we're going to do SSH to my home lab, which is here. Connection refused. I think it's because I don't have keys. Yeah, I don't have keys. So let's do a SSH or SSH keygen, right? Yes, dash keygen dash RSA dash B2048. Oops, did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. I mean, I can just do it like that. And then it'll do it for like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, connection refused still. That's interesting. Is it because I have too many sessions open on it? No, that's not it. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's because it's not at .1, it's .100. No route to host. Oh, why not? There's a directly connected route right here. Looks good to me, right? Why can't it ping that? What's so bad about that? Looks. I don't know why there's an issue there. Well, that's weird. It's got the route right there. It's directly connected route via there. I'm pinging it from the source address. Not able to ping it. Can I ping it the other way? This is .6, right? Oh, I gotta spell it right. No, can't ping it the other way either. But here's just timing out. Well, that's not gonna work. I guess I could just pin up another Ubuntu machine. It's not a big deal. It's kind of a lot of effort for not a lot of gain. I'm tempted to just look at the. I mean, this is where the magic's gonna happen though, because like we can see what these features are and like why they're important and why it makes it like a better choice. Why it's like important to use tmux instead of screen in some cases. Like we're literally going to see the case where that is the case. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna open a new one then. All right, let's just open the one called Untitled, which I thought I had. Okay, we'll open one called Untitled, and then we'll drop to Ubuntu servers, and we'll connect them through what will be ENS3. Start them up. All right, and then we'll drop an IP on them. It's okay if they don't persist. It's just going to be a quick thing. And this is good to practice this because on the real world, you have to do this quick and simple sometimes. Although you don't want to get in the habit of doing everything the way you would do it in the lab. So that's a thing for sure. All right, I'll give this a minute as well. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I will say, if you're a fan of Blue Moon ice cream, check out the spice coriander. And that's not to say cardamom, that's not to say cinnamon, it's not to say cumin, it's to say coriander. Because, yeah, it really, really tastes like coriander. Or coriander tastes like Blue Moon ice cream anyways. It has a pleasant smell. It's like, you can't really like put your finger on like what it actually is unless you've had like Blue Moon ice cream. Okay, so the coriander's not blue though. It's like tan colored. But anyways, I digress. Let's keep going. Want to get this done as soon as I possibly can so I don't have to do it anymore. That is the goal. Okay, so let's try changing the host name. So hopefully I remember how to do that. I kind of do not. Isn't it like uname help? Uname or it's just like host name. Is it that easy? Oh, you can set the host name. So yeah, okay, let's do this. Host name. Server 1. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Hostname server 1. Now let's change this one. Hostname, or sudo, of course. Hostname server 2. I forget how to restart just a session like that without closing out of it. That would be nice to figure out. I think what you could do is sudo systemctl restart bash. Oh. I think we could do like that. Okay. So maybe we can do like this. Four 175. Failed to restart. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me try something here. So, I'll just, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so yep, everything's good. So now let's do a oops. Okay, so now we're back. Let's do a IPA. So we don't have any IPs on there. We'll put an IP on ENS3. So IP help. I'm gonna say IP, and then address, and then another help. I think it's an add. Address add. And we'll do 10.0.0.2/24 dev ENS3 with a sudo, of course. Okay, so now an IPA. And there we go. That was it. All right, so now IP address add 10.0.0.1/24 dev ENS3 sudo password. All right, so let's see if we can ping between the two. Oh, we got some problems here. Let's see if yeah, the problem's with me. It's at layer 8. An ID.10t error. Okay, so there we go. So let's try to SSH2 it. I don't think it'll work, but we'll try it. Hey, look at that. It worked. So by default, it has it set up. Now this is interesting because we've got a host name here that doesn't match the host name of that other device. Let's do an IPA. So we see we're on that device. It's just the host name didn't persist across connections, which is not at all what I was intending. All right, but now we can continue on with the exercise. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, so we need a few tmux sessions going. So let's do a tmux dash help. So we'll do tmux dash l socket name session 1. Oops. There we go. You can't have spaces or anything like that. Maybe create a few new windows as well. So Control B, C. There we go. Have 3 windows in this one. Control B, C, and then Control B, D to detach it. And then let's do one more session. We'll call this session 2, and then we'll have 2 windows in this one. So we'll do Control B. And then we'll do a C for a new window. And then, you know what, let's have extra fun, and we're going to do Control B, and then we're going to split the window with a double quote, and now we'll detach from the window. So Control B and D. And now if we do a tmux ls, you can see we've got only 1 session now, which is weird. What? What happened there? Okay. What? I'm really confused. How do you resume a session? Hmm. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, I guess you can do tmux A. Sessions should be nested with care. Am I in a session? No, I'm not. Why? Why is it telling me to? I'm not in a session. Oh, I see. Tmux attach dash T1. What? Why is it? I'm so confused. It's not doing it right. Let's just go to the answer. I'm sick of Tmux. I just want to move on from Tmux. Clean up my act. Change my career. All right, so okay, let's just follow along with this. So, first of all, let's exit out of here and redo it. Just maybe it's not as messy. Okay, and now we're going to start a remote machine and connect with SSH. So here we go, SSH GNS3 at 10.0.0.2. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is do tmux ls. So we do have that. We do have one open there, which is weird. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is attach to it. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So now what we gotta do is, I wish I could have muted, but I would have closed out I would have rebooted my computer if I tried to click on anything. All right, so. Okay, so we got that. Now on the remote host, we're gonna attach to the SSH session, which we don't have anymore. But this would be it. It's tmux A and then -t with the session name, or you can do at or attached. Then back at your local machine, you would attach to the SSH session by name making sure the connection to the remote host is terminated first. So you have to do this. I think -d. There we go. And then have all sessions displayed for selection and go to your first session. Once they're killed, the SSH session by name. Go use the arrow keys to mark session 0. Tmux kill session -t. Okay, and then finally detach from the current session and kill it by name. So it looks like they're not demoing anything jaw dropping with sharing it between systems or like seeing like multiple people input stuff in there. So nothing too jaw dropping there. So I don't think it's worth the effort to go and make sure that works perfectly. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I'll kind of had to move on from there without getting that to work, but I think that's fair. Kind of not important to demo that. So stay tuned for the next video where I start the explorational exercises.